today we have taken to specifically come out with this video to also explain a lot of things to our producers. This very video I am making is to specifically address the fruiting, bagging, the current order, and then the payments. And so first, bagging has always been at the heart of these great projects, because the organization have to suspend all orders, both fruiting and then bag production, in the month of December. And so all our numerous producers across Nigeria that were still knocking at us, we want to order. As organization, when we saw that the bags that we have produced couldn't run the way we wanted it to run, we have to cease each and every one of us from ordering. That does not mean we do not want to produce for you. Afri-Global and Heaven is still at the business of making sure that our people are liberated from severe hunger and poverty. But for the purpose of those challenges, that's why we had to cease and stop the production as at that time, whilst we focus on solving the various challenges. By God's grace, all the challenges has been rectified. The very various challenges has been rectified, and everything has been solved. And so the producers and the executive that came for the last meeting, we opened officially the order for every one of us. Now, every one of us that's ordered for bag, all of those bags have been produced. We were not able to supply them because of the bags that the baggers produced could not run. So in October, the bags could not run, but the organization management decided we will pay. So we paid. In November, the bags could not run. We pay. In December, we have to find out why. When that is what we have done, and by the grace of God, it has been rectified, and now the bags, as we came and saw, are running beautifully. Unlike those production where when you put the seeds, instead of the spawn to start running down, it will boil over here, and the growth will start, and it cannot run down. But these ones are running beautifully and wonderfully, even in all of the new technologies. And all our widows are the foreheart of the project. So all our widows being assured, the intervention structures, as you came and saw, we have finalized it. It has been prepared now, and we are left small to finish with the roofing. And so all our producers, our widows should rest assured this ending of February, as we have assured you, all of your bags has been produced down. They are running beautifully. So we are going to see your bags to go on with your production. And then all of our producers that paid for order that were not supplied because the bags could not run, by the grace of God, all these 10,000 bags that has been produced are beautiful, running, and so everyone are going to get it at the ending of February. Likewise, the bags order has been opened for the bags that has been produced. Order has been opened for the bags that has been produced, and they are 30,000 floating bags. Order has been opened. So all our fruiters, you could place the order. This order is going for both Benin Republic and Nigeria, and we are closing that of Nigeria. We opened it on the 1st of February, and we are closing it on the 10th. So every fruiter, if you are in fruiting technology, first we had challenges with the bags, but now the bags are available, intervention structure is ready. And so if you are within fruiting, you pay your order and you get your allocation within the structure, and then this ending we are supplying them. So that is it in the area of that. And then for the bag production, as well, for our dear baggers, because of the challenging, that's why we stopped the orders in December. But now, by the grace of God, the order is opened. Bag production, any bagger that want to receive payment in March, the order is open. Now we use 2 weeks for the spawn production, And initially the mistake we were doing was that after spawns are produced, we don't bring it to the laboratory for production. Spawns are produced and they go straight to the park for production. So now in the last meeting, it was resolved that after spawns are produced for the 2 weeks, we bring it to the lab to use sample to produce back in the lab, see the success story before we take them to the lab. And so it takes 2 weeks in the lab and then 1 month for the production, and then our producers see payment in 1 month. So now the production cycle from order to payment is now 8 weeks as agreed mutually in our executive meetings that just ended. So Afri-Global love to seize this opportunity to officially bring to our notice that this is the order cycles. And so for all our producers that produce in December that will not see money, you are receiving money this ending of February. The batch has been produced, they are doing well. And all of our producers that want to see money in March, we have started with the spawn. We have started with the spawn production. From here we go to the spawn lab, and you see we started with the spawn production. And so those of you that have ordered before, we are producing your bottles. And then after the next 2 weeks, we'll use it to produce in the lab, and then we will bring it, before we bring it to the park to produce your own one. In 2020, indeed a year of double. And so again, I love to bring it to our notice that our bag production order and fruiting order is still produced. Now, for the bag, the fruiters that ordered for bags that started production before, we realized the change in weather affected drastically the bags. And so the bags could not fruit, for the fruiting rate was affected, and the fruiting rate was not as expected. And so Afri-Global as organization, though we have paid every bagger the bags that the fruiters ordered. The bags we are working with, we bought it 600 naira from our baggers and we sold it to you 600 naira. We did not put anything. Now, the bags that you bought that did not work to expectation, Afri-Global is supplying you 10% of the order that you place by way of compensation. And so every order that the fruiters are making now, well, if you have ordered back before that suffered those challenges that happened, we are giving you 10% by way of compensation. And we give glory to God. Our God is a listening Father whose ear is attentive to the prayers and supplications of his children, has heard our prayers, and then our bags are fruiting very well. It's very important that I put it on record that the bags have their hibernation. I'll specifically prepare a video on that so that we know when you are fruiting, you know the time it will be fruiting and the time it will hibernate, and when it hibernates, how long it's taking before a fruit bag. Alright, may God bless us all. May God be with all of us. So you could see the various coordinators, the various executives, so that they guide you through the orders. And then in last year we experienced some challenges. Producers will pay for order into the organization account, but will not call to register that I have done this, I have done that, I have done that. So we see the payment, but they will not call to be put on the order for production managers to usher into production. So when the time has come, when he's keeping the teller all right, so when the time has come that he knows that okay, he's due for payment, that is when they'll be showing it up, and it affected us a lot. So this year, when you pay for order, please do well to contact the head of marketing, Mrs. Mary and concern with immediate effect, so that the database could be updated, and then the production unit could get the directive and what the technical things that must be done will be done, so that payment will be upfront. Again, we say, what's a cash for the people? What's a health for the people? What's a equal opportunity for all? Again, may the Lord Almighty, the maker of heaven and earth, bless our dear Africa. May the Lord, who have Africa at heart, bless Africa, bless Nigeria, bless Ghana, bless all countries of Africa, bless our able Noble, Champion, Afri-Global, Worship International, KAIFI, and the Africa Transformation Agenda. Yes, we can. With you and I, one spirit with heaven on our side, we will transform our continent, Africa, in the name of Jesus. May God bless us all.